By Mahogany Lester.
Tyler gets the rebound. She's off to a fast start on the glass.
UMES in the backcourt contesting the inbound pass, slapped it out of bounds. The Hornets will keep the ball.
Hawks are on a 1-2-2 full-court press, dropping back into man-to-man.
Rainey now moving forward after passing it back and forth with Brooks. Left side to Johnson, top of the key to Martino. Inside to Brooks. Brooks pulls back just inside the arc. Her shot wide right. Tolly works down in the corner for the rebound and gets it back out to Maraney.
So third rebound. She's off to a speedy start here on the glass.
Working inside. Now it's Maraney off the backboard. Loose ball, and it'll come out UMES on a fast break down there, and Bannerman takes it to the hoop as she goes in. Brooks is down there defensively, reached out a hand, and as the ball came off of Bannerman's hand, Brooks knocked it out of bounds.
I tell you, it looked as if it was off Bannerman, but Lady Hawks got the benefit of the call. They will retain the basketball out of bounds underneath the basket.
Substitution by Delaware State as Tolly gets a breather here, and Brianna Dodson enters the game. Inbound pass goes out to Maya Thomas. Over on the right side to Haynes. They'll work it down inside underneath. The ball put straight up in the air, hits off the rim, comes out to Brooks. Brooks, long pass down inside underneath. Jayla Johnson trying to get position. Lainey Allen there to keep her from getting that position, but as she does, she makes contact. So our first foul of the game comes with 7:13 left in the first quarter, and Jayla Johnson is going to get the first opportunity to shoot a foul shot today. 66.7 on the season, 26 of 39 coming into
Jayla
tonight's
Brown
action.
makes the first free throw.
And she can tie the game up here with this shot. More playing time for Jayla Johnson has meant more efficiency for the young lady. And we are tied at 2 as she hits them both. Now UMES working inside. Brooks just messed up the dribble on Lainey Allen. She had to take it and pass it off. Maya Thomas now goes to the top of the key to Haynes. They'll work it inside, right side of the foul circle to Lester. Left side now in front of the Hornets bench. Shot for 3 missing. comes high off the rim and then trying to pass it out and way over the head of Jayla Bannerman. Out of bounds. Hornets get the ball.
Yeah, Bannerman is a freshman, and that's kind of what you deal with freshmen. They'll make some good plays, but they're going to make some probably, bad ones as well.
Johnson sends it to center court to Maraney. Maraney setting up the offense, right side to Savannah Brooks. Brooks out to Martino. Now they'll work it inside to Johnson. She'll work the right side of the lane. Her shot is deflected. Loose ball on the ground, still on the ground, and it will be UMES ball.
That's Dotson on the foul.
She reached in from behind. She was very aggressive in trying to get to that loose ball, but at a certain point then she was reaching into.
That's all right. I love the effort, though. I love the effort. She was relentless in trying to get the loose ball, and that's what you want to see.
And at that point, Haynes didn't have control of it. So she really did have an opportunity to try to get to that loose ball. Maybe a tie-up. Bounce pass intended for Mahogany Lester. Never bounced up. It was took a skid and went through her legs and out of bounds.
Went right through her legs. She was a little late, kind of getting down to try and recover it.
Just like a shortstop, you got to get the hands down.
Yeah, Lady Hawks showing a little three-fourths quarter pressure here. 1-2-2, dropping back into soft man-to-man.
Maraney works around the top of the key now, over to Johnson toward the left side. Gives it back to Maraney on the right side. Back to Johnson. Johnson now inside the arc, pulls back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson sees Martino on the left side. Martino will drive in for the layup off the baseline, and Jessica Martino puts the Hornets ahead 4-2.
It's a nice strong move there by Martino. Took a little body. Oh.
Savannah Brooks slaps the ball away. Maraney grabs it, puts it in on the breakaway. Brooks playing some hard defense tonight. We have a timeout with 5:33 left in the first quarter. Delaware State leads 6-2 over Maryland Eastern Shore. Putting the U in HBCU, we are HSR.
Why choose Del One? Del One is rooted in Delaware and here to cover you through your financial journey. From your first account, auto loan, or rewards credit card, buying a home or starting a business, investing, planning for retirement, and then enjoying it. Get what you need when you need it. Del One has you covered. Choose Del One and let's grow together.
Stealing a pass, bringing it down on their own side. The Little Creek Fire Company looking for a few good people ready to make a difference in their community. Call the Little Creek Fire Company, Scott Bundick at 302-362-5455. Find out how you can help. Hornets working it around, down to 5 seconds on the shot clock. Maraney from just inside the arc, off the back of the rim, and it died there and fell in. It looked like it was going to bounce out.
Hey, sitting on the back of the rim and dropped in.
8-2 lead now for Delaware State. Hawks on the right side.
Lady Hornets playing a 2-3 zone.
Bannerman to Maya Thomas, and then back to Bannerman as she crosses top of the key to Maya Thomas. Over on the right side, down in the corner, it's Amaya Morgan. Morgan from the right side with a shot for three. Just beat the shot clock, but the ball worked off the side of the rim and came down to Delaware State.
Yeah, defensive rebound by Dotson.
Maraney now Slides to the right side, down in front of the UMES bench, works toward the baseline. Looked like she wanted to drive in. They closed the door on her, though. Send it out to Johnson, top of the key. She'll work around the left side. 7 seconds now on the shot clock for the Hornets. Jayla Johnson, right side of the lane, puts it up. It laid on the rim but wouldn't fall in as it went to the other side. Ended up on the left side of the rim and fell off there.
That's a nice strong layup by Jayla Brown. Just didn't get it to go.
They work it around as Maya Thomas ends up with the ball. A lot of passing and a steal by Savannah Brooks. 1-on-2. She's going to drive inside, put it off the glass. The shot was well off the mark as she just put it up high. What she wanted to do was get caught in the act of shooting as she got fouled.
Well, the Lady Hornets defense has been extremely solid here in the early goings. They've been able to get a lot of deflections, and those deflections have turned into fast break opportunities. And Savannah Brooks will get another opportunity here. This time getting fouled as she makes a move to the basket, and she's got a 2-shot foul coming.
I think she kind of knew that she didn't have a whole lot of chance of getting the shot to go. She didn't have the position, and the defender was there, so she just threw it up as she was fouled, and then she's in the act of shooting. Real smart move by the freshman.
Yeah, just created a lot of body, though, a lot of body contact.
Missed both shots.
Which is very rare for her. She typically makes some foul shots.
So the Hornets hold on to an 8-2 lead now. UMES inside, and the ball off the backboard and in.
Yeah, Lady Hawks are showing some pressure themselves. 2-2-1, kind of dropping back into a soft man-to-man.
Ariana Sewell makes it an 8-4 game. 3:15 left in the first quarter. Out to Brooks. Brooks works it around toward the left side. Gives it off. Now, Joy Watkins in the game. Back to Brooks, out to Watkins. Drives in on the baseline on the left side. She's blocked out as Amiata Morgan got her hands up and blocked her. Now a pass behind Morgan. It goes out of bounds, and another turnover to Delaware State.
Yeah, UMES is kind of turning it over. I mean, they turning it over at a high rate right now. Showing pressure, though. A 3/4 court, 1-2-2. Trapping in the corners at half court.
And an attempt to take it away on the pass down to Ty Tolley is
Lady Hornets got to do
out
a
of
better,
bounds by UMES.
I'm sorry. Lady Hornets got to do a better job of when they break in the press. They got to make sure they don't throw the ball in the corners. That's the trapping area in most cases where teams want you to throw it.
Now it's Martino at the top of the key. Goes left side. Joy Watkins all by herself, but pulls it back down. Sends it out to Brooks. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Brooks puts it up. It's just about an inch off the mark on the left side and bounced out on the right side to Maryland Eastern Shore. The Hawks bring it down. Cache Wilson with it. They work it around now, go inside. Kiara Kennedy. Kennedy missing the shot.
Brooks transition ahead to Tolley.
And Tolley underneath as she goes for the shot gets fouled. And I believe that one's going to be on Ariana Sewell. I was right on that one.
Sewell picks up her first. Tolley at the foul line, get an opportunity to add two. 2-shot foul coming.
Tolley's first shot runs around the rim and then drops off the front.
Diddle dallows, rattles.
They hit that cash register sound effect like it went in.
Nah, a little ahead of the game.
Fooled them.
Well,
but she got the second one.
They knew the second one was going in. How about that?
Yeah. 9-4 lead for Delaware State here with 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Lady Hornets showing pressure because the Lady Hawks have turned the ball over quite regularly. So they continue to keep pressure. Lady Hornets now are playing like a 2-3 zone.
Cache Wilson now they go to the baseline, and we have a foul on the move along the baseline. This will be Jessica Martino. That's the second team foul here in the first quarter. Kiara Kennedy set to shoot for University of Maryland Eastern Shore. 63.9% on the year. Got that first one to go.
Yeah, she made a nice strong move to the basket as well. So Lady Hornets got to figure out how to make sure that they rotate the defense down to cut off those baseline drives.
Kennedy's second shot off the rim. Comes out, though, to Wilson for UMES, and they'll reset that offense. 4-point lead for Delaware State as we're down to 1 minute and 35 left in the first period. Mahogany Lester trying to pass it inside, nobody open. She's at the top of the foul circle, now on the right side to Morgan. Morgan passing it off on the left, a pass that goes out of bounds off of Maryland Eastern Shore, and Delaware State will get the ball back with 1 minute and 22 left in the first quarter.
Minute 22, and UMES is continuing to turn the basketball over. They probably have at least about, I would say, about 6 or 7 turnovers here in the first quarter.
And that's been a factor in this game, is the
so
turnovers.
Far, definitely. Yeah. And some of that has been attributed to the Lady Hornets as well, because they're showing pressure every opportunity they get, full court pressure.
Joy Watkins takes it down over on the right side now to Maraney. When Watkins comes in, Maraney becomes a shooting guard, and Watkins takes over the point guard spot.
Yeah, Lady Hawks are showing a little 2-3 zone of their own here.
Dodson, long pass, cross court, goes to Johnson. They'll work it back on the right side to Maraney. 5 seconds on the shot clock. She sets up inside the arc, puts it around, bangs around the rim, won't go in. Underneath.
I love Dodson's aggressiveness.
Dodson grabs it and then takes it around the other side of the backboard, goes up with it and gets fouled in the act.
Yeah, she's very aggressive around the basket. And the early going is here, being real scrappy, getting after loose balls. You can tell she really came to play tonight. So, and not only that, she's just growing with confidence too. She's shooting a 2-shot foul here.
Hit it off the front of the rim and it won't go. That's 4 team fouls on Maryland Eastern Shore here in the first quarter with 50 seconds left.
But definitely like to add though, Dodson is definitely playing much better and with a great deal of confidence.
Well, more playing time recently too. She gets the second one to go. It's a 10-5 lead for the Hornets.
Hornets still showing pressure, trap.
In the back
2-2-1 full court press.
Got it off to Wilson. She sends it down court to Kennedy. Back out to Wilson at the wing of the Hornets logo.
Settling into the zone, settling in the zone.
Major difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Not a factor, except the shot clock's down to 8. They put it up and they hit a 3.
That's a 3 there by Kennedy.
Kennedy, the leading scorer for the Hawks with 4 points in the game.
It's a long 3 too.
And that's a 10-8 lead now for Delaware State. Maraney gets it, 10 seconds left in the quarter as Delaware State sets that offense. Now they move it. Johnson, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, inside, Watkins to the basket, off the glass, and it's good. They will count that one for Joy Watkins, beautifully timed. They got the basket, and it was hitting the backboard just as the light went off and the buzzer sounded. So the Hornets with a 4-point lead as we get the break after the first quarter. 12-8 lead over Maryland Eastern Shore. Putting the U in HBCU, we are HSRN.
Joy Watkins just before the buzzer.
And welcome, Hornet fans and basketball fans from around the world. I'm Charles Onyanwu here at Bales Court and Memorial Gym at the Delaware State University. Tonight, your Delaware State University Hornets taking on UMES and the Hawks right here in the Nest. So far, the Hornets lead 12-8 in the end of the first quarter, with the last shot going up by Joy Watkins. Thank you, and we'll be back for more basketball action in a bit. Signing off, Charles Onyanwu.
missed by Ariana Sewell, and the Hornets come up with the rebound. Brooks right side to Watkins, out top of the key. Jayla Johnson backs up now as Johnson takes that point guard spot. Sends it left side. Brooks looking for a three. Brooks found a three. Makes it a 15-8 game. Hornets up by 7. And they would like to walk out of here tonight with a win. Could help them move up in the standings for the tournament, and it's always nice to go into postseason play with a win. There's a traveling call on UMES.
Well, the Lady Hornets are controlling the tempo of this game, and right now they're really pretty much having their way and doing literally whatever it is that they want to do. Haven't shot it particularly great, but making enough shots just to keep pace, to stay ahead.
Head coach Fred Batchelor, a familiar name. He's been at Maryland Eastern Shore for a long, long time.
Oh, he's been there, and he's done some great things since he's been there. This is not particularly one of his stronger teams, but I'm sure he's trying to groom him and grow his team up.
Jayla Johnson working to the left side now with 6 seconds on the shot clock. She'll go to the right side of the lane, try to go over top of the defender, and does, and put it in. Johnson growing in confidence with every game.
That's a good shot there by Jayla.
17-8. She had to go up over top of the defender. Now they get it inside to Sewell. She'll go up off the glass and in.
Sewell is pretty consistent around the basket. Hawks are still showing a little soft 1-2-2 press. Turn it over, Jayla.
Yeah, a steal by the Hawks, and now Savannah Brooks hustles and gets it right back as she came in clean from behind and disrupted the dribble by Amaya Morgan, and then hustled to the ball and beat Morgan to the ball. Johnson, bounce pass down on the side to Dodson. Dodson into the paint, over the defender, and got it.
That's a big move, strong move there by Dodson.
Now it's a 9-point lead, 19-10, as Wilson comes around defenders, and as she gets inside, we have a whistle. This will be a foul. Brianna Dodson, that's her second. So Hornets substituting here. Morena and Ty Tolley come back in. Dodson and Jayla Johnson go back out.
Who's that foul on? I'm sorry.
It was on. I'm looking at it for it on the scoreboard. Wait a minute, it was on Dodson. Yeah, her second. That's why she went out. Shot missing for Cache Wilson, the junior from Baltimore. Baltimore Polytechnic gets the second one to go. So it's a 19-11 lead for Delaware State now, up by 8 here in the second quarter. Watkins out at the logo, steps forward, goes right side to Maraney, now along the baseline to Tolley, back out. Watkins wants three, goes up high, hits off the back of the rim. Brooks breaks through there, gets the rebound, falls down, but manages to pass it out to Dodson, I'm sorry, Tolley, and she sent it outside to Watkins. Now there's 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Oh, they left Savannah Brooks alone on the left side, but her shot came up just a little short. She knew it when she let it go, and she went flashing in there. And as soon as she got in there, the whistle blew. It's going to be a foul call on Savannah Brooks.
I'll tell you what, she's very aggressive, and she's on the ball no matter where it is. She's trying to make a play all the time, Savannah Brooks. I love her aggressive play early on. She's on the floor. Hands are very active, getting deflections, creating opportunities for the Lady Hornets.
Savannah Brooks with 27 steals on the season. I'm waiting to see the official stats, how many they have her down for tonight.
At least 3 or 4 for sure.
As Zamara Haynes goes up for a shot, it misses, but we have a foul on Delaware State. Alexis Maraney, her first, but that's the third team foul. And so it will let Zamara Haynes stand at the line and try to pick up some points for the Hawks. First one bags off the back of the rim. Haynes at 69% from the charity stripe is 8th in the conference in free throw percentage.
What's the problem here? We got substitutions.
Substitutions coming in for UMES, and I think they only had 4 on the floor, which is great if you've got a standard transmission, but not so good in basketball.
Got to play with 5. Well, you don't have to play with 5.
Yep, that one off the back of it. You have to start with 5, but you can finish with fewer. That one also off the back of the rim. Hornets get the rebound, and Joy Watkins with a little bit of a stutter step stopped as she was going to cross the center court line. Dragged the back foot, and they got her for traveling.
Yeah, I think she wanted to make a pass to advance the basketball up the left side, and at the closing moments, that pass was getting ready to be taken away by a Hawk player, and she ended up wanting to hold it and travel. Can't pull the pass back.
Nope.
Couldn't, I
Can't
should say.
stop the foot from sliding either. Maya Thomas gives it off to Mahogany Lester. Lester goes to the left side now to Bannerman. Bannerman trying to get around Maraney, cuts to the left side, cross-court pass stolen by Brooks. And she'll have to pull up as they transitioned on defense very quickly. She'll send it inside. The pass goes over to Maraney, left side. Another steal for Savannah Brooks tonight. Maraney from the left side of the lane, bounces off the rim, goes up off the glass, came down off the rim again. Tolley's there for the rebound and gets fouled. Lainey Allen now has 2 personal fouls. And Ty Tolley back to the foul line. She hit with 1 earlier from there. See what she does this time. And misses the first shot. When they played in Princess Anne back on January 14th, Ty Tolley had 8 points in that game for the Hornets.
Tolley makes the second foul shot.
So she has 2 here this afternoon. And it is a 20-11 game with Delaware State in front. 6 minutes left in the first half. Bannerman now inside, passes it out on the right side to Leslie Thomas. They go back inside. It's well off the mark, and it comes down to Tolley. She gives it to Brooks. Brooks push pass ahead. Martino underneath. Reverse layup. Tossed it up. It went straight up in the air and dropped in. Big laugh for Jessica Martino as she comes down court, never figuring, I think, that shot was going to go in.
The basket by Thomas. Maya Thomas.
Leslie Thomas. And it is 22-13. Brooks now near center court on the right side to Joy Watkins. Watkins bounce pass to Maraney in the middle. Now inside to Tolley. Tolley looking. Plenty of time. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Maraney, a spin move in the paint.
Lane and 2 for Maraney.
Great move. 24-13. Hornets trying to extend the lead, and it's now an 11-point lead for Delaware State.
Yeah, Lady Hornets doing a nice job of always extending the pressure and dropping back into a 1-1-2-2 zone here. Some people call it a 3-2.
Samara Haynes stumbled going into the lane, managed to clear the ball out. Hornets closed on her, tried to take it away. Cross-court pass, Bannerman for 3. Off the rim, loose ball. And it's going to be a foul here called on UMES as Savannah Brooks had position for the rebound.
Savannah Brooks is all over the floor.
And Leslie Thomas gets called for the foul, and it takes us to our media timeout. With 4:32 left in the second quarter, Delaware State is up by 11, 24-13 over Maryland Eastern Shore. Putting to you in HBCU, we are HSRN. For all of your automotive needs, trust the Duck. That's Fred Drake Automotive, 302-378-4877. Hornets with the ball here as we're down to the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the second quarter. Top of the key for three, Savannah Brooks. She has now found the range. 27-13, Hornets in front. It's 27-15 on the layup by Jayla Bannerman, her first basket of the game. But the Hornets still in front by 12 now, with under 4 minutes to go in this quarter.
They're doing an excellent job executing their offense.
Brooks sends it inside. Tolly from the left side of the lane. Count the basket, and she can make it 3 points on this play.
Yeah, the Lady Hornets are pretty much getting whatever it is they want on offense, and the defense. Everything is pretty much clicking tonight because they're playing well on both ends, getting deflections, getting out in transition. Tolly gets a chance to complete a three-point play here, and she does. And
she does. 5 points for her tonight and makes it 30-15. Hornets have doubled up on points on UMES. They come inside. The Hawks bring it down quickly. Tried to get somebody down along the baseline. Pass wasn't good. They had to take it and clear it back out and reset that offense. Bannerman now sends it on the left side. Now they come back to the right side. A jumper missing underneath. The follow-up goes over the backboard or the basket on the shot by Leslie Thomas, and it comes down to Delaware State. Brooks now on the right side. Tried to come back toward the middle, got closed out. Sent it on the right side. They get it out to Martino. Her shot's off the back of the rim, out to Tolly. Tolly clears it out, and Martino gets it. We have a charge on Jessica Martino. She was not to be denied. She was going inside, whether there was somebody standing there or not.
Grady takes the charge. Kind of surprised. I don't think Martinez can really knock her down. But nice job, though. Great job of anticipation by Grady.
They have Japria Grady at 6'3". And for Delaware State, Jessica Martino at 5'9". There's a little size difference there. Martino was on a full move forward, shot well off the mark. Maya Thomas, that thing was about 6 inches away from the basket as Hornets fans let her know. Air ball that went out of bounds.
Yeah, Lady Hawks going straight 2-3 zone here.
Moraney works to the right side. Under 2.5 minutes to play in the period. Gets it to Brooks. Brooks went along the baseline, then stepped back, shot for three out of the corner. Missed it. Jayla Johnson hustled in there and took the ball away from UMES along the baseline. Some of the Hornets had started to transition to defense, and Johnson was still working to get the rebound.
But they've done a great job of just beating the Hawks to loose balls. The 50-50 ball, the Lady Hornets have won just nearly all of them.
Brooks, she put it up there with 3 seconds left on the shot clock. It went off the back of the rim. And on the attempt at the rebound, a foul on Delaware State. This, I think, is going to be Dodson. Brianna Dodson, that gives her 3.
She plays aggressively, so.
15 foul here in the second quarter. With 1:59 to go, it's going to be Ariana Sewell at the foul line.
She plays at the same speed all the time, 100% all out. So it's kind of hard for her to taper it back.
Sewell, a sophomore, scored 6 against Delaware State when they met on the 14th of January.
She makes the first foul shot. Sewell has been pretty efficient, around the basket there, but she's had very limited opportunities, though.
Cuts the lead to 14. She cuts the lead to 13. 30-17. Sewell with 6 points. Delaware State going to be deliberate on this possession. Give it to Joy Watkins. 2 players close on her. Almost forced her into the backcourt. I'm not sure her foot went across that line, Coach.
I didn't see it.
The official called it, but I didn't see it.
She had to. That's a tough call to make. She kind of came back to make that call, too.
She was close to it, but she didn't get across. A defender went across into the backcourt, but the officials called it against Delaware State. So they get it into Lester in the foul circle, banks it off the backboard, and it's good. 32-19 as the lead is down to 11 here, under a minute and a half left. Second quarter at Memorial Hall in Dover, Delaware. Savannah Brooks working past the defender, gets it off to Maroney on the left side, who goes into the middle. Maroney now, left side of the lane, put it up, wild shot, grabbed on the other side by Tolley. She'll work into the paint, spin move, bounces it around, and she got it. Ty Tolley on her game tonight.
I mean, she's in rhythm and in step, and, you know, kind of playing to her strengths.
32-19. Coming along the baseline, it's Sewell, and she got called for traveling. Gives the ball back to Delaware State, 56.6 showing on the clock. Comes into Watkins. Watkins now across center court. Backs up a bit, goes to the right side. Trying to get past the defender. Working off a pick by Brooks, sends it to Brooks on the right side. She gets a good move forward and then steps back, shoots for three, got fouled. She'll go and shoot three from the line. I think it's going to be Zamara Haynes getting called for this one.
That was a nice move there by Brooks. She went up, dribbled at her really hard, stopped on the dime, crossover, step back for a three, and Lady Hawk ended up kind of trying to contest the shot and run through her a little bit.
And a reaction from the fans on that move. Brooks got the first one. Let's see what she's able to do here, shooting three from the line right now. Made it a 14-point lead for the Hornets. She made it a 15-point lead as she hit the next one. And Savannah Brooks looking for point number 9 on the game here from the line. All three.
3 for 3.
When she finds the range, she's hard to stop. 35-19. Now a 16-point lead for Delaware State. Loose ball grabbed by UMES. It's Haynes on the right side. They'll go inside underneath. The shot is blocked on the attempt in there by Wilson. Blocked out of bounds. 27 seconds left in the half now. Fred Batchelor thought there was a foul there, and that crowd could have been. Not called, though. Comes in now to Lester, out to Wilson near center court. Wilson looking inside. 8-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, and the shot clock's down to 7 seconds. Wilson tried to send it inside. The shot blocked. Joy Watkins brings it down, and as she does, she gets fouled. And this will be, I think, Bannerman on the foul. That's who it is. And that's going to send Joy Watkins with an opportunity to pick up 2 more for Delaware State before they go to the locker room. Watkins has missed a number of games. She's only played in 13 on the season. She's dealt with injuries all year.
Yeah, she's done well, man. She's kind of comes in and does her job. She's a floor general, plays defense. She misses the first free throw, and pretty much plays within herself. So, you know, you don't expect anything spectacular of her, just to kind of run the offense and keep the team in their defensive calls and just play solid.
Second one off the back of the rim comes out to Maryland Eastern Shore. Haynes, right side, takes it all the way in herself. It comes off of the side of the rim. And as they tip the ball around, going for a rebound, let's see what this is. Hornets are saying this one is going to be on UMES, but the officials are not in agreement. Ty Tolley, that'll be her first, and it will send Sewell to the line. Sewell's shot is good.
Sewell is a very nice looking player. Like I said, she's had limited touches, but she's very efficient around the basket. 3 for 3 from the free throw line. She's shooting her 4th here, and she makes that one. So she's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Very efficient, though.
And we'll go to the locker room with Delaware State leading 35-21 over the Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks. Good first half for Delaware State. If they can keep that intensity up in the final 20 minutes, they might get that win they want.
We're looking good.
They're looking good. Got 20 minutes more to play and see if they can keep it up. 35-21, Delaware State leading. We'll update you here on scores. Women's games in the MEAC. North Carolina Central leading South Carolina State 28-16. We still don't have a score on Norfolk State and Howard. They didn't start until 6. Coppin State now in front of Morgan State 17-14. Have a feeling that one could go back and forth as the night goes on. We'll keep you updated so that we know. Okay, 12-8 score. Norfolk State is ahead of Howard. We get that score as they're just about 7 minutes into that game. Or 14 minutes into the game, actually. So we're going to send it back to the studio for halftime here with Delaware State leading by 14, 35-21 over UMES. Putting the U in HBCU, we are HSRN.
What is going on, you guys? I'm your host, Stefan, and welcome to Halftime, the best show in between the show. Now, sadly, this is the final episode of Halftime for the 2022-2023 basketball season, so I want to go out with a bang. This episode is important. I want to use my platform to highlight what I feel is an underrepresented population here on campus. DSU prides itself on being the most diverse HBCU in the country. So what do you know about our growing Muslim population? Today, I'm seated with Yadi Kandaz. She's a Turkish-American Muslim student here, and I wanted to speak with her about her experience at DSU. How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored, and I appreciate you for, inviting me to your show.
So first, I want to ask you, what is life like in Turkey compared to here in the States?
I think, to me personally, life felt more real in Turkey. I was eating fresh fruit, I was eating fresh vegetables, fresh meat. It was literally straight from the farm into the store.
Right.
Everything is so processed over here. I don't know. It just felt more real. Like, I felt more alive. Like, everything feels so bland in the States. I don't know.
I can definitely understand that. What would you say being Turkish American means to you?
Being Turkish American, I take pride in being Turkish because, it's kind of a shame trying to just say you're American. And like, growing up, I always felt embarrassed of my culture because, little kids are mean. They like to bully you for stupid reasons. And I wouldn't really broadcast that I was Turkish unless if I needed to. But now I take pride in that because it's a big part of who I am, and it's a big part of how I grew up. So, and we're not represented a lot. There's a small amount of Turkish people in the States. So it's, I'm proud to be a part of that.
You're the 1%.
The 1%.
So what brought you to DSU?
I didn't have a great first college experience. I went to a community college, and growing up, I went to a lot of diverse schools. I never felt comfortable at a PWI. The towns that I grew up in Connecticut and New York and Delaware, it was always diverse. My schools were diverse, and I felt more connected to people who are minorities just like me because, we have similar struggles, we have similar issues in America, and I wanted to come here because it was an HBCU, and I knew I was going to be able to find people that I can connect to and relate to on a certain level.
I feel like that's definitely what brought me here, too.
That's great. It brought us together.
So when we come back from commercial, we're going to dive into what it's really like being a Muslim student here at DSU. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Halftime.
Why choose Del One? Del One is rooted in Delaware and here to cover you through your financial journey. from your first account, auto loan, or rewards credit card, buying a home or starting a business, investing, planning for retirement, and then enjoying it. Get what you need when you need it. Del One has you covered. Choose Del One, and let's grow together.
Taste the uniqueness of our first-generation German bakery in Delhi. The new Bavarian bakery in Delhi in Dover. Authentic, original creations are made fresh from scratch every day. Enjoy one of our great pastries and signature cakes. Don't forget to bring home our house-made breads, Bavarian rye, sourdough, and fresh sandwich rolls. At our deli, choose from 14 different breads. You deserve only the best. The new Bavarian bakery in Delhi in Dover.
Welcome back to Halftime. Let's get to it. So, beyond your religious reasons, why do you choose to be modest?
Beyond my religious reasons, I feel like it's a shield or a barrier. It allows me to feel protected from being hypersexualized. And I also feel like it forces people to identify with my personality rather than what I just wear, because a lot of people are put into a box from the second you meet them, but me being Muslim, it's just like, oh, you got to get to know me to know who I am. You can't just figure out who I am just by looking at me.
Right. No, I definitely understand. How would you say being covered has impacted your experience at DSU?
Honestly, it's something I've dealt with my whole life. Like, I always get the looks. It's either the looks of admiration or the looks like breaking the necks where it's like, what's this Muslim girl doing?
Right.
I didn't have any discomfort with it other than the gym, to be honest. You know, I'm always in the gym, and I feel like I get uncomfortable when I'm in the gym, and I get a little bit self-conscious because I'm already a female in the gym. And when they see a female Muslim in the gym, because I don't wear what most girls wear in the gym. I'm dressed a little bit more different. I'm dressed a little bit more modestly, and I feel like the eyes kind of make me uncomfortable. It's not that I feel like I'm being hypersexualized, but it's like it makes me feel like I don't belong in the gym, but the gym is my safe place and my outlet.
Everyone just stares a little more.
Yeah, it's just like, they make me feel like I got no business being there sometimes, but it's like, you don't know. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
I know what I'm doing here.
Being honest, do you feel comfortable at DSU?
At first, I did not. It took me a while to start getting comfortable here, but as I started to expand my circle and started to get involved more, I kind of had to find comfort in being uncomfortable because I wasn't able to grow any other way. And that allowed me to make more connections. And now I feel like it is comfortable. It's a second home.
Do you find that living on campus makes practicing your religion difficult?
Yes and no, because outside factors shouldn't determine how I practice my religion, but it's hard sometimes because it's like, you know, college can be stressful. You get a little sad and depressed sometimes, and you want that extra motivation from your friends. And I have a hard time finding people who have the same principles and religious beliefs as me. And sometimes, yeah, but I think I'm working on it, and I'm gonna make it happen regardless.
Yeah, that friend group can definitely make all the difference. All right, y'all. So when we get back from commercial, I'm gonna be asking the big questions. So if you're here for the conversation, you're here for this. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
And we are back with more halftime. Do you think the university could do a better job at supporting its Muslim students?
Yes, I definitely do think the university could do a better job with supporting us. For example, 2 semesters ago, we tried to bring back Muslim Student Association back to life. It used to be an org that was present on campus, died when the president graduated. But we turned our paperwork in and we're still not represented as an org, so we can't really hold events and get together with the Muslims on campus, so that's kind of frustrating. I also don't see any of the university pages highlighting or spreading awareness towards Muslim issues specifically. In America, everything is black and white, but outside of America, globally, Muslims are at the top of the food chain. They're the #1 discriminated against almost everywhere, and it sucks, you know, like not seeing the university highlighting these issues when we're supposed to be a diverse school.
Well, I just want to thank you so much for coming out today and sitting in my chair. It has been really awesome to get to talk to you.
It was amazing speaking to you. I hope this episode brings more traction into the Muslim community.
I do too. I really hope this episode finds the right people. I feel like DSU wanting to be the most diverse HBCU in the country means that we should really be focusing on everybody.
I agree.
And I want to thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Once again, I'm your host, Stefan, and this has been Halftime.
I'm Trina Turner. I am a registered nurse here at Bay Health. I've been a nurse for 29 years, but I am been here at Bay Health for 11 years, and I am currently a nurse navigator working in oncology department. The advice I would give to young African Americans that are trying to get into healthcare is that representation is very important. And if you love your community and you love what you do, it's very important for them to see you and see themselves in you. That was one of the reasons why I became a nurse. My mother was a nurse for 45 years, and I saw how she advocated and cared for everyone, and that was something that I wanted to do. And I wanted to make sure that, you know, younger generations of nurses know that anything is possible, and it's important to just keep giving back to the community, and it's important that we are seen and heard. I'm Trina Turner. I am a registered nurse here at Bay Health. I've been a nurse for 29 years, but I am been here at Bay Health for 11 years, and I am currently a nurse navigator working in oncology department. The advice I would give to young African Americans that are trying to get into healthcare is that representation is very important. And if you love your community and you love what you do, it's very important for them to see you and see themselves in you. That was one of the reasons why I became a nurse. My mother was a nurse for 45 years, and I saw how she advocated and cared for everyone, and that was something that I wanted to do. And I wanted to make sure that, you know, younger generations of nurses know that anything is possible, and it's important to just keep giving back to the community, and it's important that we are seen and heard.
Why choose Del One? 1 out of every 11 Delaware residents is a part of the Del One family. Rooted in Delaware, community-driven, Del One strives to be an active part of Delaware neighborhoods and organizations. To this day, the Del One Foundation has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for countless local charities, and our commitment continues. Choose Del One, and let's grow together.
It's your boy Chef JJ. It's your boy Chef Gamble. And we are the Good Brothers LLC, your official game day sponsors for DSU Athletics.
It was a really good half by the Lady Hornets. You know, Savannah Brooks, I mean, had a really outstanding half, leading all scores with 9 points. You know, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. And then you had Tolley with 7 points and 8 rebounds, getting off to a speedy start, rebounding on the glass. And so, you know, those two actually set the pace for the Lady Hornets. But more important, the Lady Hornets was able to get they were actually able to get 5 steals, which actually turned into points in the first half as well. I'm sorry.
Very aggressive play. Martino and Watkins with 1 each on the steals. And as you said, Savannah Brooks with 3. Came into the game with 27 on the season. You know, when you spread that out over the number of games in the season, that's not 3 per game. That's not even close to 3 per game. But she has really been tearing it up out here tonight in front of the home folks for the final time in Memorial Hall in her freshman season.
Well, it seems like they're kind of beginning to play through her a little bit. You know, she's kind of, you know, you hate to say this, but she's got the green light. Typically, she's shooting the ball pretty much when she feels like she wants to, and she's able to take the ball and try to make a play for her teammates, if not herself in many cases. So, you know, she's playing with a lot of comfort, and right now she's playing well.
Scores in the MEAC right now. North Carolina Central leading South Carolina State 31-20. Howard over Norfolk State 20-17. Morgan State back in front at the half, 30-24 over Coppin State. Cush College, a proud supporter of HBCU sports. You can find them on the web, cushcollege.com. Hornets working the ball inside here. Over to Brooks, inside to Martino in the foul circle, goes left side of the lane, gets it down to Tolley. Tolley looking for some help. She'll bring it out and send it to Martino left side. Now cross-court pass down in the corner. Brooks alone, rolls it around the rim, won't go. Jayla Johnson's there underneath for the putback and the basket.
There's another rebound. The Lady Hornets went in the first half being a +4 on the glass.
37-21 now. Baseline jumper missing by Lainey Allen, but as she put it up, she got bumped by Savannah Brooks, and Savannah will pick up her second foul of the game. If you think you can't qualify for a mortgage, give it another thought. America's Mortgage coach John Millette has answers for you. Call him at 1-866-409-9000. Allen with the first shot that is just perfect. Allen now at the line to shoot the second. 9:17 still to go in the third quarter. A lot of action so far. Allen hits that one as well. 4 points for her on the night so far. 37-23. Still a 14-point lead for Delaware State as they bring it on up. Maraney across center court on the Hornet logo. Now works to the right side, gives it off to Jayla Johnson. Johnson looks inside, back out to Maraney. Maraney now moves to the left side, gives it to Brooks. Back to Maraney. Shot from the top of the key, wide of the mark, just a little bit off to the left. Too strong, actually.
Yeah, a little off the mark there, and like as you said, too strong.
UMES working it inside, and the shot is going to be good for Lainey Allen, and Allen will go back to the foul line as she was fouled in the act of shooting. Jessica Martino, now she has 3 personals.
That could be a problem because, you know, the Lady Hornets bench doesn't run that deep right now.
Allen had 6 against the Hornets back when they played in January. She has 6 so far here tonight, and it stays at 6 as she misses the shot. Maraney gets the rebound and brings it down. Left side to Brooks. Brooks directing teammates around offensively, sends it to Maraney. She wants 3 from the right side, hits off the rim, goes up high and over the backboard, out of bounds.
Yeah, Maraney looked at that one like, wow, are you kidding me? I was that wide open and didn't get a chance and didn't knock it down. So she seemed a bit disappointed and somewhat amazed that that the shot didn't go down for her.
Hornets working their size on the floor right now as Martino went off. Dodson came in with Ty Tolley, and there's a move to the basket. Bannerman
drove it coast to coast for a layup there.
37-27. Still a 10-point lead for Delaware State.
Yeah, they have to settle down here. Some of this lead is evaporating, so got to figure out how to still put some points on the board.
Tolley at the top of the key, gives it off to Johnson in the foul circle. She'll come out to the top of the key and then go to Brooks on the left side. Bounce pass down along the baseline. Tolley looking for help. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Doesn't need help anymore. She got both feet sliding and got called for traveling.
Yeah, she kind of changed pivots a couple of times in that particular possession. So when you do that, they get you for steps.
You only get to change your pivot foot none times. Maya Thomas now passing it off. Baseline jumper. It's going to hit off the rim. Looked like it was going to go off the other side, and it dropped in for Laney Allen.
Yeah, Lady Hornets might need a timeout here. Looking at about an 8-0 run.
37-29.
For the Lady Hawks. That's a good timeout. That's an excellent timeout by Coach.
Hornets have only scored 2 in this half, while UMES has scored 8. So the Hornets need the break here with 7:27 remaining in the third quarter. The official sponsors of HSRN are Symphony Potato Chips, Fred Drake Automotive, B2 L29 Premium Alkaline Water, America's Mortgage Coach John Millette, the Little Creek Fire Company, and Cush College. Now we will be at the MEAC tournament next week, bringing you games here on HSRN. Naturally, we will bring you all the games that Delaware State is involved in, women and men, but also on HSRN, Morgan State games that you'll be able to hear on the network as well from the MEAC tournament next week. So we'll have you covered on the Hornets and the Bears for the MEAC tournament next week. And by the time all the women have played tonight, we will know who plays, what day, and what time.
Should have a good idea toward the end of this game, actually.
Well, again, we talked at the beginning of the game. Delaware State 1 game behind UMES and Coppin State, who are tied. If Morgan State can beat Coppin, then that helps Delaware State. If they hold on and win this game, they'll be tied with UMES, have beaten UMES twice in the season,
Elevate them to
split
5th.
with Coppin, so they could move out of the 7th spot at least to 6, maybe to 5, depending on what Coppin does.
A win would guarantee you nothing less than 6.
Right. Now Brooks from the left corner shooting for 3, too strong off the other side of the rim, and comes down to Jayla Johnson. Johnson clears it out to Maraney. Maraney now moving forward, looking inside.
Yeah, Coach Turner has inserted Dotson back into the game.
Brooks gets the ball again, goes inside. Dotson, right side of the foul circle. Oh, she found Tolly on a move to the basket, backdoored it in there, and the defenders missed her as she got inside and makes it 39-29 for Delaware State.
It's an excellent cut there by Tolly. Moving without the basketball, finding an open lane.
And a good pass by Dodson. Got her on the move. Haynes with the ball now, driving into the paint. Shot missed off the rim, comes down. Brooks grabs it, and Brooks almost tried to go through 2 defenders, pulled up, went around. Now Maraney goes inside, tried to pass it down to Tolly. It was blocked. Turnover to UMES, and then a pass down court is taken away by Jayla Johnson. Hornets got it back.
Yeah, turnover going both ways.
Johnson over to Dodson on the left, to Maraney in front of the bench. Maraney gets it back out to Tolly, right side. Brooks thought about 3, pulled it down, now moved out closer to the center. Shot it, came off the rim to Thomas for the Hawks. She sent it down on the corner to Bannerman. Now a drive inside, and the shot missing for Thomas as it rolls around the rim, comes off the other side. Delaware State with the ball.
You know, Lady Hornets got to do a better job of containment. Lady Hawks are getting to the basket, you know, at will now. They just so happen to be missing the shots, but they're getting good looks.
Brooks gives it off to Johnson on the right side. Johnson driving the right side of the lane. Brooks alone down in the corner, drove forward, wanted to go baseline, but again got that foot movement before she dribbled the ball and was called for traveling.
Now I got her stepping on the sideline.
Oh,
She's
okay.
out of bounds.
Put the foot back to start. Okay, I was kind of screened on that. It's where they put the foot back to start their move forward, and the foot hits the sideline. Haynes now. Bounce pass along the baseline to Allen. Shot missed. Allen gets her own rebound. Gives it off to Bannerman. Bannerman will clear it back out. Now go on the right side to Thomas. Thomas steps right side of the lane. Shot missed. Underneath as Allen grabbed the rebound. There was a foul. She'll go shoot a 1-and-1. Dodson gets her 4th personal.
Yeah, like I said, Dodson is 100 miles per hour. She only knows one way to play, and that's aggressive. But she's always fighting, clawing and stretching, trying to get an advantage, and to get every advantage she can for her team.
Rebecca Ford, the senior, gets into her final home game as she comes in for Dodson. Didn't play against UMES back on January 14th, but she's in the game tonight. There's a shot missing by Bannerman, and the Hornets get it.
Holly still rebounding the ball. Had 8 at the half. Doing an excellent job on the glass.
Rebecca Ford has only gotten in 14 games on the season. 15th game on the season for her tonight, and it's senior night. Nice that she got on the court. Brooks, left side of the foul circle, goes right side to Maroney. Maroney into the lane, sends it down. Johnson in the corner. Johnson with 3. 42-39. Hornets back in front now by 13. It's Thomas sending it left side to Haynes. Now down in the corner to Bannerman. She'll work into the paint, put it up left side. Missed it on the left side. As they go for the rebound, it was Laney had part of it, but Savannah Brooks touched it and it went out of bounds. So with 4:15 left in this third period, Delaware State is up by 13, 42-29. Putting the U in HBCU, we are HSRN. Down in the corner looking for 3. It's off the rim. Comes down to Maroney. The Little Creek Fire Company looking for a few good people ready to make a difference in the community. Call Scott Bundick at the Little Creek Fire Company to find out how you can help. 302-362-5455. As the Hornets work it around, Tolley in the foul circle sends it inside to Ford. Ford with a jumper, missing. Comes down to Sewell for UMES. Drive down inside, left-handed layup by Bannerman is wide of the mark, as she just should have pulled up and let her team catch up. She tried to go 1-on-2 on the defense, and they closed it off.
1 against the team. 5.
Maroney right side to Johnson. Johnson works up to the baseline, lost the dribble, picked it up though, and bounced it out to Rebecca Ford. Now they're working around the Maroney. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Maroney goes forward, pulls up left side of the lane, forces up a shot that misses, and it comes down to Sewell for the Hawks. Lead pass down, Haynes driving inside and got the charge.
Tolley draws the charge. Charge against Haynes.
Her second foul.
That's an excellent play there by Tolley. Stepping up and drawing the charge. Takes the basket off the scoreboard as well.
It does, yeah. Water that replenishes you with every sip. Take 2. Water that replenishes you with every sip. That's B2 L29 Premium Alkaline Water. We'll work to keep you updated on scores of the other games in the MEAC because they are all very important here tonight. And we're going to have a timeout here. The officials are going to review this. They're going to go to the table and look at the replay.
Trying to verify whether or not it was actually a charge.
That's
I'm
guess
guessing
what they would call. Tell you what, there was an unpopular call overturned here in the men's game against Coppin State Monday night. These fans would not be happy to see this one overturned and a foul called on Delaware State.
Yeah, that's kind of somewhat what happened the other night. That ended up leading to an ejection, Coach Waterman, which kind of startled everybody, not really understanding or seeing all of what, brought about, an ejection.
His first ejection of his career. He had never been tossed before Monday night. And he told me after the game what caught the attention of the officials on, he got 2 technical fouls. The first one, he was frustrated when they overturned the call, and he stood at the scorer's table right in front of the PA announcer, as a matter of fact, and it's a padded top, and he was banging his hands there. The officials rung him up for that one. And then a moment later, he made a comment, and they got him for the second one.
Well, I could see some of the frustration building, but I don't think patting, kind of patting on the scores table here like you're beating drums, not banging on drums, but just kind of tapping them a little bit is enough to warrant a tech.
I guess it depends on what you call banging on them or tapping on them.
Well, I mean, banging is kind of bringing some force. Tapping is just kind of basically trying to, just kind of work off a little bit of frustration in the moment.
For Star Wars fans, the Force was with him.
Well, there's no doubt about that because it brought about 2 technical fouls, so the Force was definitely with him.
3:05 left in the third quarter here in Dover, Delaware, as the officials have now looked at it, and whether or not they will overturn their previous
call. Overturn it because they're doing a lot of discussion here about it.
And now one of the officials going over to Delaware State to explain what is going to happen here. The other going to talk to Fred Batchelor. And we're going to get the word. Here we go.
The coach appealed that play to see location of the defender. The call is standing as is on the floor. Still no foul.
Okay. All right. So the explanation is the coach appealed for them to look at the location of the defender on the floor. They did not overturn it, and there's no basket. It'll be Hornets ball.
Let's play ball. Lady Hornets showing full court man-to-man here.
We do appreciate it when the officials come over and clue us in on what's happening so we can relate that to the audience.
It always
Otherwise,
helps.
we have to guess.
We could be all over the place.
And now the officials realizing that both coaches have been notified, we've been notified, and they're ready to play. And the Hornets have the ball. Maraney will bring it down. Cross center court, down on the right side to Brooks, back to Maraney. And into the center, Joy Watkins with the ball now. Watkins to the right side. Dribbles. Maraney gets the pass in the middle. 7 seconds on the shot clock as Maraney looks inside. Goes to the right side of the lane, gets underneath, passes it along the baseline as the shot clock runs out, but it was already taken by Ashante Lynch for
I'm
UMES.
not sure what the play was, but they didn't get a good shot.
Maya Thomas got the basket to make it 42-31.
Lady Hawks and still, they've dropped back into their 2-3 zone, forcing the Lady Hornets to make some shots. Hopefully they can get down inside of the zone and not settle for threes. Tolly makes a strong drive and a bucket.
Wow, she's really working it tonight.
That's what they needed.
Double figures for Tolly, 11 points. She leads the scorers.
Nice drive there.
11 of the 44. That's a quarter of your team's points that Ty Tolly has for the Hornets tonight.
One of her better games this year.
There's a layup off the glass, comes short of the rim, and then underneath,
Allen.
It's put back. Lainey Allen having a terrific game here with 10 points of her own.
Yeah, offensive rebound, stick back.
44-33, still an 11-point lead for Delaware State. Rebecca Ford brought it down. Now Brooks on the left side. Out to Watkins, and Tolly just got a push as she took the pass. Could have been called
Watkins.
easily. Joy Watkins from downtown.
Joy Watkins steps up and makes the three. Much needed.
47-33. Back in front by 14. Shot missed by UMES. Hornets got that rebound underneath, and that was Rebecca Ford on the rebound.
Why choose Del One?
Trying to contribute on the court tonight in her final home appearance as a senior. Hornets sending it now to Joy Watkins. Watkins in the middle. Gives it off to Brooks, who backs up. Goes left side to Mulroney. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Down in the corner, Brooks puts it up for three. Swish.
That's nice movement, nice ball movement. Brooks stand with it, continuing to shoot, not being fazed by a couple of misses, and she sees the ball go through.
50-33, 20 seconds left in the quarter. Jumper missed by Savannah State. Loose ball. The Hawks get the rebound. Now the layup is good, but it's going to be a charge call. Take those two off the board, as it will be no basket for UMES.
And that's Tolly's second charge foul she's drawn.
Well, yeah, that she's taken, the second charge of the game. And the foul will be on Ashante Lynch. That'll be her first, and the Hornets will get the ball with 10 seconds left in the period. Joy Watkins now steps off. And back in the game, it's Jayla Johnson for Delaware State. Watkins with some good minutes there and a three-pointer to help out the Hornets.
Mulroney.
They lost the inbound pass, and immediately we have a foul.
Yeah, Allen has tremendous length there, and they put Coach Bachelor has her on the ball, and Mulroney just didn't get it up high enough. She tapped it and was able to gain control of it, end up getting fouled on trying to stick it in for a team.
Mulroney now with just 2 fouls. For all of your automotive needs, trust the Duck, Fred Drake Automotive, 302-378-4877. And as we have just 10.4 seconds left in the third period, we do have a timeout. Now,
are we going to the monitor again?
I don't think so.
Or is it a timeout?
Well, the one official, instead of standing in front and having them turn the monitor around, has gone down behind to look at the monitor. In fact, 2 of the officials are back there. Remind everybody, not only is this game important for the Delaware State women, but the men have an important game coming up 30 minutes after this one ends, and we'll be here to bring you the action tonight.
How are we coming with scores?
We'll get them here at the break for the third quarter, and we'll report them when we come back for the final 10 minutes. Right now, the Hornets with a 17-point lead, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the largest lead of the game here for Delaware State. So they need to play a good final 10 minutes of the game. The consistency that they've had through most of the game here. They did let UMES get a little bit close there, got the lead down under 10, but came right back and now lead by 17.
They got a good, comfortable lead here. They just have to play solid and take care of the basketball. Finish out this last 10.8 seconds remaining in the third period, and just make sure that they play solid and smart basketball here in the fourth quarter.
Delaware State's men 4-9 in conference play this year, while the University of Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks are 8-5 in conference play. It's been a very good season for UMES men. They went and surprised some people up in Philadelphia early in the season and took out Temple.
That was a huge win for them. A very, very good win, and kind of made you wonder what Temple was going to look like for the remainder of the year, but they bounced back. And they played pretty, been a little up and down, but they played pretty good for the most part.
And it made people in the MEAC look at UMES and say, what's happening there? Was that game a fluke, or are they going to be that good this year? And they have been that good this year.
Yeah, it's hard to go on the road and beat a team of Temple's caliber and the talent that you're going to see in that conference. Atlantic 10, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of major basketball teams that have not been able to go into Temple's home and come away with a win.
That's tough on the road. So it's such a quality win that it definitely gives you the reason to believe that they are as advertised. I'm not sure what we're looking at right here.
I'm not sure either. We had, well, maybe we'll get an explanation. They've been pretty good at that.
They're trying to determine who the foul is on.
That could be what it is.
How much time? I mean.
Now, one official was back there early, and usually they turn that monitor around. This time they went back behind the scorer's table. One official was there, and then a second official joined her. That official then left, and the third official went back. So they now are all in agreement. And they're not going to tell us. They're not going to tell us. I think the foul was on Marini.
It looks like they were trying to get the time right, because I remember I said it was 10.8 seconds. They adjusted it to 7.5.
All right, so they took about 3 seconds off the clock now.
Okay.
And Laney Allen at the foul line.
That's a lot to do for 3 seconds. It's a lot to do.
And it takes 3 minutes to take 3 seconds off the clock.
Allen misses the second free throw.
Haynes now from the left side, missing. Hornets get the rebound, but the time has run out on the third quarter. Hornets with a 16-point lead as we go to the final 10 minutes, 50-34 over UMES. Putting to you an HBCU. We are HSRN.
Why choose Del One? Del One is rooted in Delaware and here to cover you through your financial journey. From your first account, auto loan, or rewards credit card, buying a home or starting a business, investing, planning for retirement, and then enjoying it. Get what you need when you need it. Del One has you covered. Choose Del One and let's grow together.
And welcome back, Hornet fans. It's Charles and Yanu here with DESU-TV. This has been quite a game. The score is pretty self-explanatory, 50-34, Hornets lead. It's a loud one, as you can tell, but it's about to get even louder. The Hornets are going to extend their lead and keep it going. Big game from Ty Tolley so far and Savannah Brooks. So let's see what the Hornets can do. We'll be back in a bit. Signing off.
Of the regular season for Delaware State's women. We'll give you an update on what's happening around the MEAC. North Carolina Central leading South Carolina State 48-42. Howard leading Norfolk State 35-21. And Morgan State 45-31 over Coppin State. Shot underneath by UMES to start the fourth period, Kiara Kennedy.
Scores the layup.
So it's 50-36. Delaware State up by 14.
All right, we got to play good basketball here. Finish this game.
Alexis Marini along the side. Two defenders come out, try to cause the problem. Marini had the ball slapped away by UMES. Hornets will keep the ball. 17 seconds left on the shot clock for Delaware State as Marini gets it into Savannah Brooks. Brooks now coming around the left side, and we have a whistle, a call away from the basket.
Off the ball foul there by Lynch.
Ashante Lynch with number 2. That'll put 20 seconds back on the shot clock for the Hornets.
Tough shot there. Don't really need that long three here. You're trying to make sure you get good ones here at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
UMES could not control the ball down underneath on their end of the court, and Delaware State took it away.
Yeah, Lady Hornets got to make sure they get good shots here.
Another turnover by the Hawks.
Tolley.
Tolley with a jumper, missing. It came out to Brooks. She's going to go through and had it taken right out of her hands as she went up for the shot. Ashante Lynch with the steal. She'll take it all the way down herself. Shot missed, but the follow-up is there for Cache Wilson. 50-38, as now the lead is 12 for Delaware State. Brooks on that shot just kind of got it up by her shoulder, and they just took it right away from her. Tolley now on the left side. Giving it off to Marini, and there's a bump, but there's going to be a foul call on Cache Wilson as she made contact with Marini trying to take the ball. That's the second team foul on UMES in this final period. The first on Cache Wilson. They get it into Brooks. Savannah Brooks down on the left side to Marini. Marini brings it down around now, out to Tolley, over to Brooks. Brooks passing inside to Tolley. We're going to have
That's a foul on Tolley.
A foul on Tolley. Yeah. The official kind of forgot where she was. She turned to us indicating the foul, who it was on, and then realized she was looking at media guys. We don't count. She had to go and give it to the scorer's table.
Did she make it across?
Yeah, she did give it to them. It was like all of a sudden the look of realization on her face of, oh, not those guys. Jumper from outside, missing Michaela Adams, and the loose ball goes out of bounds. It will be Hornets ball. Again, Savannah Brooks hustling over there.
Yeah, she's been around the ball all evening, and I mean, you love to see that because those 50-50 balls can make the difference in winning and losing.
Tolley in the backcourt looking for some help, gets it off to Brooks, and as Brooks takes the pass, Brooks is fouled by Kiara Kennedy.
The Lady Hawks are picking up the level of intensity, putting on a lot more defensive pressure. So, you know, the Lady Hornets will have to adjust to the level of intensity being picked up here and really try to step up and make some plays. But Lady Hawks are definitely pushing the pace.
And picked up 2 fouls as a result of it, too. Their third of the quarter. And we've not even played 2.5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Rainey left side to Brooks. Whoa, what a push. Kiara Kennedy just leveled Ty Tolley. That would be the very definition of flagrant, wouldn't it?
No, I don't know. It was quite a flagrant, but because I think Tolley kind of played into it a little bit too.
The officials are going to review it.
You think so?
That was a real push.
Media timeout here.
No, not a media timeout. They're going to go review. They're going to look to see if this one warranted a flagrant foul, I think. Yep, that's what they're going to do. We get the word from the officials. And watch, if we can see it again, we're looking at a replay right now.
Well, if it's above the shoulders, then it may be a flagrant. If it's not above the shoulders,
no, the arms came extended.
Yeah, it's not above the shoulders. It was below the shoulders, so it's probably not going to be a flagrant. However, if it were above the shoulders,
except for the fact that contact was made, they were together, and then the arms came out fully extended to make a push. And that's when Ty Tolley went to the floor. She got knocked back.
Yeah, undoubtedly it's a foul for sure. Shouldn't take long to kind of.
They rang that one up immediately on Kiara Kennedy.
Well, it was pretty obvious. It was at the top of the key, and center the floor. So that it was pretty easy, pretty easy to see, and you had no choice but to notice it because again, it was in the middle of the floor, center of the floor, at the top of the key area.
Well, they've looked, and we'll find out the decision here. UMES coming out toward.
They might be calling a flagrant.
They might be calling it because the official came out. UMES started to go down to the other end of the court from their bench area, and the official stopped him and said, "Stay back there."
Yeah, I don't know.
The timeout not over yet.
Some of the stuff you hate to see, you might be getting into a little gray area here, possibly over officiating the game. but you want to get it right. I totally get it. You definitely want to get it right.
That's
But it didn't cause an injury or anything, so you really don't want to, like, you know, you don't want to slow the game down. And don't get me wrong, you want to get the call right. But I don't think you want to slow the game down when, you know, you don't have an injured player. It's not something that looked all that malicious. The difference if you were going to the basket to make a layup, and then the kid comes and kind of swipes, you know, snatches her out of the air, or do something that could potentially put in the danger of getting hurt.
But, Coach, the problem is, and you've seen it, one thing like that, if the officials don't crack on it, if they don't crack down on it and they allow it, things can get out of hand, because now there may be retaliation. There can be bad blood.
I can see that. Yeah,
you know,
I can
they
see
want to
that.
keep control of this game and not have it get out of hand.
Call on the floor stands as a personal foul.
Okay, the call will stand as it was originally. It's not a flagrant foul. It is a personal foul.
And that's pretty much what it looked like. Like I said before, if it was above the shoulders, you're going to call a flagrant. If it's below the shoulders, you know, it's just a common foul. And it's been a pretty clean game. It's not like the young ladies have been going at each other and there's been a lot of tension and friction amongst the two teams. You really haven't seen any of that this evening. So, like I said, you don't really want to over-officiate the game. But obviously, if it's a situation where somebody's about that potentially could have gotten hurt, definitely you want to make sure you take a look at it.
And I think part of the reaction from the crowd was not only they saw the push, but the sound of Ty Tolly hitting the floor. Now we're going to have another foul committed by UMES as the pass was going to Jayla Johnson, and Ashante Lynch trying for the steal, getting her third personal foul. That's the 5th team foul, and Jayla Johnson goes back to the foul line for the Hornets. Clock down to 7:28.
Well, Lady Hornets in a situation now, if they just make free throws, they can get to the finish line.
That thing spun around a 360 plus on the rim, and it was spinning the whole way. Jayla Johnson now with 10 points for the Hornets tonight, and could go for more. When they played on the January the 14th, she put up 6 rather, and she has outscored that tonight. Her season average, 4.4 points per game. She's way ahead of herself. 11 now in this one, making it 52-38. And a missed shot by UMES. The Hornets, Jessica Martino grabbing it. Maraney brings it down quickly toward the left side and then pulls up.
Just get a good shot. You want to take your time and get a good shot here.
Johnson gets the ball. Pardon me, as I just had to sneeze. Where that came from. Brooks on the right side. Cross court to Johnson. Johnson back.
5 seconds to count on the shot clock.
3 seconds now. Johnson trapped on the floor, and we have a foul. Hornets get a real break there as Ashante Lynch called for a foul. Jayla Johnson with 2 seconds on the shot clock was stuck on her knees. She couldn't have done anything with the ball.
Yeah,
and Ashante Lynch committed her 4th personal foul.
I think her knee gave out, actually. She made a move to her going left, and it just gave out on her. She got the benefit of a call, though. We'll take it.
And she got the benefit of the shot to win. 12 points for her tonight, extending the score. Now it's a 15-point lead for the Hornets. And this is a point where you really start pulling away. Second shot missed. It came down to DeKieran Turner. Turner for UMES in the game now after Lynch had to go out with 4 fouls. Go inside to Turner. She can't handle it. Gets tied up with Maraney. We're going to have a jump ball. And the possession goes to the Hornets.
Yeah, possession to the Lady Hornets.
You get rewarded when you hustle.
Oh, no doubt about it. You know, you like to see young people get down on the floor to regain or to gain possession of the loose ball. Again, they call those 50-50 balls, and the Lady Hornets have done a really good job of trying to win, and just many of those tonight.
Jayla Johnson goes out, and Joy Watkins comes in for Delaware State. Brooks brings it down quickly, across the center line. Down to Watkins on the right side. Watkins out to Maraney in the middle. Top of the key, works around to the left side. Bounce pass to Brooks in front of the bench. Back to Maraney, and we have another foul as contact was made. Ty Tolly getting knocked down again.
Hey,
Cache Wilson.
Hey, we might have to sign her up for an acting career when this is over, too. She didn't push it that far.
Well, you get that. You
But
go down and you get that slide.
It's part of the game, and if you know how to play it at that level, then it works for your benefit. So I get it.
Tolly missing that first shot. Right now, she's at 11 points on the game.
You know, I think was she recruited by who's the gentleman that was here before?
No.
She wasn't?
No. Nope. She was came in this year.
Because he was real huge on the charge, teaching the charge.
Yes, he was. Dave Caputo. 54-38 as Tolly got the second shot to go in. Now she's defensively underneath and forcing the shot to miss by UMES. Martino wrestling the ball
Great
away.
Rebound. Nice physical rebound.
Nobody was going to take that one from Jessica Martino. Maraney pulls up right side of the lane, sends it out to Brooks near center court. Hornets playing aggressive basketball tonight. Brooks now, jumper, three. Oh, kissed it off the glass and dropped it in.
Yeah, you got to call it when you're going to use the bank. She hits a bank three.
57-38, now a 19-point lead for the Hornets. 5:15 still to go. UMES losing the ball out of bounds on a high pass. Tried to save it, but the official said, you came down out of bounds before you threw it in. Ashante Lynch with a good try. Now with 5:16 showing on the clock, Delaware State will inbound the ball into back court from the baseline. Brooks lob pass inside to Tolly. Tolly will give it over to Joy Watkins, who will drive forward. Now pull up as she crosses center court, right side to Brooks, inside to Tolly. Kicks it out to Maraney.
Yeah, take your time here. Should be trying to run a little time off the clock each possession.
Right.
Just to kind of milk this time away.
As we go under the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Now Martino down in the corner. Maraney hits it off the rim, and it comes down on the other side to Martino. 20 seconds back on the shot clock, and the Hornets get another try. Watkins bounce pass to Maraney. Maraney looks inside, gives it to Brooks. Brooks sends it inside to Martino now, top of the key. Martino drives inside. With 2 seconds on the shot clock, the Hornets missing. Comes down to UMES. Long pass down that goes out of bounds. Kiara Kennedy didn't have a chance to catch up to that one. And a turnover to Delaware State. And it gets us to our final media timeout here of the game. 4:22 left to play in Dover. Delaware State 57, UMES 38. Putting the U in HBCU. We are HSRN.
Hey Hornets, I'm Dr. Candace Samuels, a family medicine doctor at Bay Health Family Medicine Dover and a proud Delaware State alum. As a family medicine doctor, I provide primary care for the entire family, from the newest addition to grandma and grandpa and everyone in between. I also offer OB care, including prenatal care and low-risk deliveries for moms to be. I'm proud to be caring for the community that raised me, and I'm especially honored to give back to my DSU family. I'm Dr. Candace Samuels, and I'm here for our Hornets.
Okay. Yeah, we can handle it. And a steal by, yep.
Yeah, some.
Yep. Well, they fooled us. We thought we went to a media timeout. There was a 30-second timeout. Play resumed. UMES with the ball. Nothing has happened score-wise in that time. The Hawks moving the ball around and trying to work it inside. A bounce to pass off to Kieran Turner's shins, and the Hornets grabbed the loose ball. And another turnover by the Hawks. Now Maraney with the ball, looking inside, halfway between the top of the key and the center line. She'll work to the left side now with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Put it up, and it's good for Alexis Maraney. 59-38. Hornets with a 21-point lead. That might be their largest lead of the season, not just this game.
No doubt.
Brooks almost had another steal there. Cross-court pass down left corner. 3 for Amaya Morgan. Her first basket of the night. 59-41. For the lead is 18 with 3 minutes left. Brooks goes to the right side, goes around the defender, pulls up, short jumper.
Nice job. She's had an incredible evening. I mean, Savannah Brooks has really came out and set the tone and has played extremely well all night.
61-41. And the Hornets with another steal. Brooks with 17 points. Her career high is 18 against South Carolina State back on January 23rd. The Hornets call a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout with 2:31 still to play in this one. Savannah Brooks 1 point away from her career high, 18 against South Carolina State back in January on the 23rd. That was here. And her next basket, her next field goal will give her a new career high.
Well, she's played a little differently, since there's been, obviously, Coach Turner has been kind of leading the charge. But she's definitely playing with a lot of confidence, and they've given her the green light to kind of, and the freedom to really step up and just make some plays, use her instincts and do what she feels like she needs to do in order to make a play for her team.
In the 22 games this season, she has been in double figures in 13. So this is her 14th game in double figures. And she gets the ball on the right side after the inbound. Maraney now works around to the left side to Johnson. Back to Maraney. Cross-court pass. Brooks was alone. They covered her. She went inside. What a sweet pass off to Ty Tolley.
That's an excellent dump off there by Savannah Brooks to Ty Tolley for 2.
63-41. Now it's a 22-point lead. Maybe that's the largest lead of the season for Delaware State. Cache Wilson.
Well, one thing we do know, they will not finish less than 6th place.
And there's a basket by Ashante Lynch, her first of the night, as she's back into the game with 4 fouls. Back to a 20-point lead, 1 minute and 40 left. Hornets going to walk away with a win here tonight on senior night. Maraney, shot missed, comes out, tipped out to Joy Watkins. Watkins will work, hold the ball, down to 3 seconds on the shot clock, now works inside, puts it up. It's off the back of the rim. They beat the shot clock, got the rebound, cleared it out. Brooks alone at the top of the key. Savannah Brooks with 20 tonight.
Brooks is pouring it on. She is pouring it on.
66-43. If you're going to have a great game, the last regular season game is a nice time to pull it off.
Well, any win is a great win heading into the tournament.
Shot missed by UMES, and the ball will go out of bounds. They could not get to it in time. With 49.9 seconds still to play, Delaware State leading by 23. And I think they're trying to get the seniors in right now to finish out the game.
Oh, yeah.
I saw Rebecca Ford coming in.
Jayla Brown.
Brianna Dodson, who's a sophomore, came in there.
And Martinez, I guess she's done played her time for the night.
Martino is a senior. She'll finish this game on the bench. And the Hornets blocking a shot inside, but a foul. It'll be Brianna Dodson, who came into the game just in time to foul out. 46.4 seconds left as she fouls out. Just came into the game and just went out of the game.
No need to take them home with you.
Cache Wilson now at the line. That one goes off the back of the rim. Bounce forward, looked like it was going to drop in, and The English sent it off to the left side, and it missed. Cache Wilson, second shot is good, giving her 4 points for the evening, 66-44. There's about a 15-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, and right now the game clock is at 36 seconds. Work it inside to Ford. Ford getting some help from Joy Watkins. Watkins between two defenders. Ball came out of her hand, right back down to her, and she put it up and got the shot to go.
Impressive, impressive.
68-44. 24-point lead. 15 seconds to go, and UMES is just going to hold this ball and dribble. May take a final shot. Coach Fred Batchelor says, yeah, go ahead, take the shot from the corner for three, off the rim. Hornets get the ball, and game over. Had to wait because Jayla Johnson kind of got steamrollered there, and I didn't know if they were going to call the foul. They let it go, and that was a good non-call.
Yeah, you're just trying to get through the game at that point, especially with there only being seconds remaining.
America's Mortgage Coach is ready to find you a house. Call John Millette at 1-866-409-9000. What a win for Delaware State tonight here, as they guarantee with this win a share of 5th place in the MEAC. At least 6th place, because part of that tie included UMES at 5 and 8. UMES goes to 5 and 9. Hornets go to 5 and 9 with the win, but Delaware State defeated UMES twice this season, so they beat them on the tiebreaker. Now we wait to see what happens in the Morgan State-Coppin State game. We're going to take a break. We're going to send it back to the studio for a short commercial break here. We're going to get updated on scores over the women's game around the MEAC and see if we can get a little bit of a clearer picture of what's going on. But we're going to be back here at Memorial Hall in just a moment, putting the U in HBCU. We are HSRN.